Let me introduce you to the H1 Heated Massage Gun by PICOOC. Now, whether you're an athlete, a casual exerciser, someone with chronic issues, or you're just sore from getting up off the couch, because I can say that because it's happened to me before, the H1 Heated Massage Gun is going to be useful for all these use cases. Hi, I'm Peter from Health and Fitness Tech, and this will be a first impression / short-term review of the H1 Heated Massage Gun based from my experience from owning it for the last couple of weeks. Now, to begin, PICOOC got in contact with me to see if I wanted to review their product. I said definitely, because this is a growing channel still. Now, to add, I haven't been paid for this review, so I'll be sharing my own personal thoughts and experiences with the H1 Heated Massage Gun. Don't forget, if you're interested in health and fitness equipment to help your health and fitness journey, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and I really do appreciate it. In today's video, we'll start with a tour of what you'll get in the box. I'll go through the product info and the main features, and then I'll share my experiences, thoughts, and how I've used the H1 Heated Massage Gun. After, I'll run through some good points and some improvements that can be made, and then I'll finish up with my final verdict. When opening the box, you get this pretty nifty travel case. The fabric feels good to touch and also feels fairly durable. When opening the travel case, you can see every part fits nice and securely in the grooves. So here's the H1 Massage Gun itself, 3 different massage head attachments, which are the flat head therapy, bullet, and the spherical and proprietary charger, and the user manual. The H1 Massage Gun is easy to use, but it's worth going through the manual for specific things like how to adjust the temperature. I must say, holding the carry case, it's really light, so it's actually really easy to take it with you. I'm just going to give you a brief overview of the product info and get into the main features of the H1 Heated Massage Gun. It weighs 0.9 grams, which is really good because it needs to be light if you're holding it for a while. Its dimensions are 221 by 162 by 172. It's still a good size to hold without being too big. From an aesthetic standpoint, looks pretty slick. The matte black coating looks good in combination with the gold. You definitely can't go wrong there. I find it's got good battery life. I've used it for about a week and a half, roughly using it for around 15 minutes a day before I've had to charge it. The H1 does cost 199 USD, which converts to over 300 Australian. Initially, from a consumer point of view, I did think this was expensive, but if you were to fast forward to my final thoughts, my opinion has changed since using the H1. Now, the main features include a heated massage feature, transfers heat from the H1 Massage Gun to the ceramic heating head. This is the only head attachment for heat therapy. It utilizes both methods of hot compression and percussion from the high frequency strikes that really relaxes and just loosens the muscles, gets the blood flowing, and relieves those muscle aches and pains. There's 4 temperature modes, which are 39, 42, 45, and 48 degrees Celsius. I can say it's quite warm in a good way without ever feeling like it's too hot. It is advised to do it over clothes, but I think it feels better on the skin for me. Next is the 444 customization structure. Basically, this just means the H1 comes with several customization settings that the user can tinker with for their massage. The first 4 covers a speed variable frequency, which feels like a more realistic massage because the variable percussions, and it's actually got a bit of a rhythm to it. It also gives another option for the massage, which I do like and use this option more often. The next 4 is a 4-speed fixed level speed. Basically, there's 4 speeds, which are ultra low, low, medium, and high speed. The difference in speed levels is just the RPM, which I find you feel each individual percussion in the ultra low setting, whereas when it's high speed, it blends together a bit more, which is why the variable speed frequency comes in handy. The last 4 represents a 4-level temperature adjustment setting, which is basically the heated massage feature temperature setting. As I previously mentioned, the degrees range from 39 to 48 degrees Celsius, so you can customize your temperature within your massage. The last key feature I'll mention is the low noise level of the H1. It has a brushless silent motor that has triple noise reduction technology built in. The noise level clocks in at not going over 50 decibels, even at maximum speed. I'll talk about it more in my experience section, but I can say it's reasonably quiet where it doesn't annoy me when using it even for a prolonged time. So the question is, what's my experience been like with the H1 heated massage gun? I can honestly say I've actually really enjoyed it so far. I've been using it with my training and recovery, and I found using it before resistance or cardio training has been really good for warming up my muscles, particularly the leg muscles. You can use heat or non-heat, but I tend to go with the variable frequency with the heat therapy head to warm up the muscles and loosen them up before I train. It's especially good if you begin training and your muscles are still a bit stiff and sore from a previous training session, or you just have general tightness. I can really say that the muscles feel lighter when using it. When it comes to using the H1 for post training, I found this to be more useful, and basically it's fixed into my recovery routine after training along with stretching. Using the heat therapy attachment on muscles that I have trained has really helped me not get as sore as I would usually. A prime example is I randomly went for a run, which I don't do too often. Usually after runs, I'm pretty sore and stiff in my calves and hamstrings in particular, not long after and especially in the morning. I'm sure we've definitely all been there. So I used the H1 after the run, did a combination of using the heat therapy and bullet heads with heat and no heat. My muscles felt pretty loose, wasn't stiffening up after. The big thing was in the morning, my legs were a little stiff but not so sore. It was quite dramatic at how good my legs actually felt, like to the point where I was comfortable training legs, which doesn't happen usually. So I can say from experiences, the H1 is a great tool for muscle recovery after training, and the heat therapy setting does make it a game changer compared to a massage gun without heat. Now, I've spoken about the H1 from a training and recovery perspective, but the H1 is also really helpful if you have muscle and skeletal issues. My partner has sciatica, which causes her a lot of pain in her lower back and glutes, and she's found the H1 relieves the tension in her muscle due to the H1 loosening them. A big thing for people who have muscular and skeletal issues is that at the end of the day, when all the aches and pains build up, she's found using the H1 at the end of the day has allowed her to sleep better because her body is less tense and a lot more relaxed. So I believe even if you don't have issues, but you just get knots, your muscles get tight in general, I found the H1 to be really beneficial in loosening and relaxing those muscles. So now we're on to what do I like about the H1 heated massage gun based on my experiences for the last couple of weeks. So the first, and it's honestly probably the biggest selling point for me, is the heat therapy massage option that comes from using the heat therapy attachment head. I like that there's four temperature levels, and to be honest, it never does feel too hot on my skin, but I find it's warm enough to feel good on my muscle. It doesn't take long at all for the head to heat up, and I really use this option the most out of all the massage head attachments. Now I got to talk about it again, but I am a big fan of the carry case. It's portable, light, and all the parts fit securely in, and it encourages me to want to take it to places when I train. And to be honest, it's just a great way to store the H1. I can say without the case, knowing me, I would probably lose something. Next is the lightweight and how the H1 is ergonomically designed. It makes it easy to hold, especially for prolonged periods, without straining your hands and wrists. It does really help when I'm trying to bend and rotate it around to massage my hamstrings and my back. Now, I've spoken about the 444 customization structure, but I can say that I like the different customization frequency, speed, and temperature settings that the H1 provides. Basically, the H1 gives you options to how you like your massage. I can say that I do use the variable frequency more often than the fixed, but it's good to have the option for both. The last of my likes is that the H1 is pretty quiet when using it. Like, you can hear the vibrations, but it's not overwhelming. I notice the noise is at its softest when it's in a fixed speed mode and it's in contact with your skin, whereas if you're just letting it run, it is a bit louder. It's clocked in at not going over 50 decibels on high speed mode, which scales to an average room noise and just below an average conversation noise. It's not whisper quiet, but it's definitely not loud enough where it would annoy me after using it for a while. So next is what I didn't like about using the H1, but I'm going to say it's not so much about the dislikes, it's really what improvements that could be made based on my experience. Now, from my personal opinion, if the goal of the H1 heated massage gun is to be a heated massager for your muscles, and it does exactly that. It does exactly what the product's supposed to do. But there are a few things that I have noticed. The first is the charger. It's a proprietary charger that connects into a wall socket. This product is based in America and I'm in Australia. So we have a different type of power outlet. If you're in America, this is a non-issue unless you're traveling. An easy solution, I just bought an international power adapter and I've been told the next version of the H1 heated massage gun will have USB-C charging, so definitely no deal breaker here. Next, the H1 has different head attachments, but it would be helpful to know which head attachment is best or most suited to a particular muscle group or use case. This could be included in the box, like a little pamphlet, but from my experience, the bullet is good for isolating sore muscle points and small muscles in your feet and shoulders. The spherical is for large muscle groups, such as your quads, hamstrings, glutes, where it can spread the vibrations on a larger surface area, and the rubber material is a bit more gentler. And I found the heat therapy head to be the all-rounder between the two other heads, but the heat application is the main difference. The last improvement that I think that can be made is a greater variety of massage head attachments. You do get 3 and they do the job, but having more variety for different use cases is always a good thing. For instance, the fork prong attachment would have been good for the back between the spine and also for the neck. But to sum up, I'm definitely nitpicking because the improvements that I think can be made are based on accessories. So it shows that I think the H1 heated massage gun does a good job. So what are my final thoughts about the H1 heated massage gun by PICOOC? To be honest, I've really enjoyed my experience and it's really helped my training and recovery through loosening and relaxing my muscles. I can even say my partner, who suffers from chronic pain, probably uses it more than me and it's really helped her. The main draw here is adding heat to the massage. I can definitely recommend the H1 based on the heated massage feature itself. There are improvements that can be made, but to be honest, these are all got to do with the accessories and minor things. From a consumer point of view, $200 USD can be viewed to be on the expensive side, and for my Aussies, the conversion gets to around 300 depending on the conversion rate. And before using it, I would think, yeah, it is expensive. But after using it, I can say my partner and I absolutely love it. There are definitely other options out there that are cheaper, but based on my time with the H1, it definitely gets the important thing right, which is the ability to be a massager and do it well, where I can actually feel the physical benefits. Now remember, the channel has a range of reviews that can really help your fitness and health goals. Be sure to watch one of them that pop up, and also please comment if there's any product that you would like to see a review for. I'm Peter from Health and Fitness Tech, and thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.